And air pollution in the Mon Valley will be the focus of a virtual rally tomorrow. Earlier this month, Allegheny County had 7 straight days where hydrogen sulfide levels were higher than the state standard. So what can be done to reduce the pollution and keep people safe? Well, tonight we have Myron Arnowit, Pennsylvania Director of Clean Water Action, which is organizing the rally, and Edith Abeyta from the North Braddock Residents for Our Future. Thank you both for joining me tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Megan, for reporting on this serious issue in our region.
Of course. I want to start off with both of you talking to me a little bit about what is happening tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow there are a number of groups that are getting together to raise our concerns about what U.S. Steel has been doing in terms of their pollution in the Mon Valley and for the whole region. And the recent bad air that happened was truly life-threatening and something which needs to be changed.
Why do you think we always hear the words Mon Valley when we're talking about air pollution or reading a story about air pollution?
Well, I'd say there's 2 major sources of emissions in the Mon Valley. One is Clarendon Coke Works, and the other is the Edgar Thomson plant, which I live very close to.
What do you feel in terms of any physical effects on days when it's registering as bad air quality?
Personally, for myself, there's a variety of symptoms. One would be eye irritation. There's a lot of eye irritation, throat, nose irritation, eye watering, sneezing, fatigue. And then I think the overall toll is just anxiety and stress, the inability to sometimes not go outside, or the recommendations to stay indoors is, it's really hard to comply with, especially it's November and the temperatures are 70 degrees, right? And
right.
We're expected to keep our windows closed.
Even if viewers that are watching tonight don't live in the Mon Valley or near the Mon Valley, why do you think people in the Pittsburgh area should be concerned for our neighbors' air quality?
Well, I would just say, U.S. Steel is one company in our county, and these plants are putting out more pollution than all the cars and trucks in Allegheny County put together. So we are talking about a source that doesn't just affect the Mon Valley, it affects the whole region. And in fact, there were monitors throughout Allegheny County that recorded levels that were above federal standards.
What new tools do you have, and what tools can people who are just at home and curious, what can they look to in order to track these levels and determine if we're at an acceptable state level that day or not?
Well, I think there's a lot of different tools, and so there is the Smell Pittsburgh app, which was put together by Create Lab. It's a great, easy to use app that you can put on your phone. There's breathe cams that you can check that are online. You can actually see them. The health department and the PADP have alerts that you can sign up for. And I'm sure, Myron, do you have a few more?
Sure. There are ways for people who really want to get involved. There are people who have monitors in their outside their houses to be able to track pollution. And there's a whole network of this going on in the region, so that we can know more about when there's going to be a problem with the air.
I appreciate you both for your time, and a reminder to everyone at home that the rally will be happening over Zoom tomorrow at 12:30. We're going to have coverage of it in our evening newscast. Myron Arnowit and Edith Abeyta, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks.